Maybe. Good morning and welcome to Xsell Live. I'm your host, Korah Hart, coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. Drop in the comments where you are joining us from, or if you have any questions, and we will get those answered. Today, I have special guest Kim Agemy. Kim has been in real estate for 25 plus years. She takes pride in teaching her agents how to be successful with a team of 89 agents in 6 states and 2 countries. Welcome, Kim. I'm so happy to talk with you today and really find out what it is that you focus on with your team, helping them achieve these amazing results.
Thank you, Korah. I appreciate you, the invitation and reaching out. I do love to help share knowledge, and so I feel honored to be here to be able to share anything I can do to help. So we are excited about the agents and the team that we've built. Our goal is to. I've been doing real estate for 25 years, right? So I love because I get to help people. I feel like when you help people buy their home, it's the center of their life. It's the key to their home, right? That's where their life, everything about their life stems from. So it's a privilege to me that we get to help them do that. Whether first time buyers, downsize, waterfront, whatever the case may be, the fact that we get to help them buy that home is a privilege. Now that I can share the knowledge and the things I've learned throughout the year, and I can share that with agents, I'm actually able to help even more people by sharing my knowledge, by helping the agents help even more people. So it's been pretty exciting and a lot of fun.
It sounds very rewarding the way you just described it. And
Yes,
I think
yes.
it's a key how you look at it as well.
Yeah, so I think a lot of agents get into real estate. People think that it's easy. Oh, I'll get into real estate, and I hear people regularly come to me and say they want to help people, and that is what we like to do, and that is essentially the core of what we're doing. We're helping people, but it's not easy, right? And so it is key important that when you're starting out in this industry, and even when you've been in it, it's very important who you surround yourself with and who you learn from. So we try to teach our agents. Through the years, I've done it on my own. I had my own brokerage. I joined a brokerage and thought, okay, I'm going to see the secret sauce. And what I found is not so much secret sauce, but it is the implementing of knowledge, and it is learning from others. I've had bumps and bruises along the way. So my goal is to share the things that maybe perhaps were hard knocks for me to learn from, so I can help my agents avoid those and have better wins and get there faster and the success faster and learn from me, so that they don't have to go through those pains. So what we really try to do is teach our agents, listen, there are 3 things that I see in agents, that really find success. Number one, you have to have a plan. It is very easy to be busy. The hardest part of real estate, I believe, is getting the client. You put somebody in front of me, I'm good all day long. I can help them. I know how to help them. But it's hard finding the client. And I think a lot of agents struggle with, how do I do that? I'll tell you, my family's never going to buy enough real estate that's going to support my income to take care of my family. It's never going to happen, right? So you have to look beyond that. And I don't believe there's one way to do real estate. So you can do real estate a lot of different ways, but you have to have a plan. So you need to come up with, we do a 90-day business plan. You need to come up with that plan. Where is my business going to come from? And you need to be purposeful with your action. So
And I
I feel like,
agree. Having a plan, that's one of the things that you really have to start with and really
yes,
work on when you first are starting so that you're setting yourself up the correct way.
if you don't start with a plan, you'll be 6 months down the road saying, well, I've had no real estate. I don't understand why, and quit. But you didn't give yourself the chance to be successful if you don't have a plan. So you have to have a plan. So if you don't have one, you need to surround yourself by somebody that's going to help you come up with that plan. Now, I can give you the plan, and that plan is different for everybody. So everybody's success is different. You might want to sell 6 homes a year. You might want to sell 100 homes a year. Whatever that plan is, we can meet you where that is. So we back it out and go, if you want to sell X amount of homes, this is what you got to do to get there. The next step is action. You have to be willing to take action. I find that the people that are most successful are action takers. They don't wait till they figure it out. They don't wait till it's perfect. I don't like to see myself on camera or those kind of things. But if they're willing to take the action, even if they mess up, they will find more success. And then the third P is consistency. And I'm sure you can attest to this, right? Consistency.
I would have to say being consistent and always taking action. Those are the things that really do lead to where you want to grow in your business. If
Yes.
you're not consistent in your actions, something is going to fall apart somewhere along the way.
Yeah, you got to be, consistency is key. And here's the thing. I tell agents, like, part of the plan, sometimes it's hard for them to come up with a plan, but what I say, they'll set a goal. Well, I want to talk to 100 people. Well, okay, you want to talk to 100 people. This is what it's going to get you, but break it down to a day. So I need to talk to this many people a day in the course of a week to get my number. So take where your goal is, break it down to what you do each day. Because if I sit and go, I want to talk to 100 people, that's overwhelming, right? But if I say, I need to talk to 5 people today, okay, I can make that happen. So if I know I need to talk to 5 people and I talk to 5 past clients, 5 new clients, and 5 people I'm actively working with, the 5-5-5 rule, if you do that consistently 5 days a week, do the math on what that equals for the month, right? So that's not an overwhelming number. 100 is an overwhelming number. I had an agent say, well, I want to get this many more followers on social media. I'm like, well, what's your plan to do that? They didn't have a plan. Well, it's not just magically going to show up, right? So you have to think about the action that's going to get you those followers and break it down to where it's doable every day. Then you'll have little wins. So celebrate your wins along the way. If you celebrate your wins instead of beat yourself up, if I can do this today, I did it, celebrate it, then you can walk away for the day. I did my task, I did it, and if I stay consistent, then I can go enjoy dinner with the family. I can shut it off because I'm staying consistent and it's reasonable. So you want to have a stretch goal, but you don't want to go so high that you're going to fail and then you're going to get discouraged and give up.
I agree with that. And I think taking accountability for the goal that you've set for yourself, and then, like you said, that consistent action repeatedly is really the daily actions are what add up to making you successful in the long run.
Yeah. They say your success is hidden in your daily task. And that is so true. So anybody that has a high level of success, they are usually very regimented on their time, on their calendar, and they're doing specific tasks each day consistently long term. You can't do 100 calls this week and next week none and think you're going to get to the same place, right?
I would agree with that. And I would also say if you're trying to do 100 calls in one day, you're probably going to burn yourself out where you don't want to do it the next day. So breaking it down into a doable action plan is really where the consistency and just continuing to do that is going to pay off.
Yeah. I have 5 strong core beliefs. And I try to live by these every day. And I share those with my agents on what I believe and how I try to live my life. The first one is I believe that if I can do this, you can do this. I'm not more special than you. I'm just willing to do the work. And that's a key part of what people sometimes are or not willing to do. And I believe too, I believe if you want different results, you have to take different action. If you just keep doing the same action you've been doing, why do you think you're going to get different results, right? That's the definition of insanity. So you have to take different action if you're not happy with your results. 3, if you're willing to take action, I firmly, wholeheartedly believe you can change your life. I changed my life when I started taking different action. And the most common, I said this before, the most common trait that I see, and I'm in some rooms with some highly successful people across the country. I feel blessed to even be able to do that. They all take action. So if you take action, you can change your life. And it doesn't matter what age you're at. I've done real estate for 25 years, but I've really changed my life in the last 2.5. So it doesn't matter your age.
And that required you to step out of your comfort zone, correct?
Absolutely. You have to step out of your comfort zone. If you're only going to do what's comfortable, you're never going to grow as a person,
Exactly.
professional or personal, right? So I never would have said before 2.5 years ago, I'd be sitting here doing this and being on a podcast and sharing, why does anybody want to hear from me, right? But when I started giving, I am a big believer what you give is what you get back. And so when you give, and I've been doing that, it's been much more rewarding and fulfilling, and I'm having a lot more fun.
I was going to say, I absolutely love the career choices that I've made, and it was not easy. It did not come easy. It has been consistently getting up, getting ready, and putting my best foot forward every single day of the week
And it's,
because
yeah,
that's
I'll get
what
up at 5
it,
a.m.
yeah, exactly. And sometimes you're working till 10 or 11, right?
Absolutely. I'm doing my workout because I'm going to get my workout out because that starts my day. And people don't always see, they see your success, but they don't realize how much work you're doing behind the scenes, right? So that success didn't come easy. It's because I was diligent, I was consistent, and I took action. And if you can do that, you can really achieve anything you want to.
100% agree with that. So now you have your fifth thing that's important to you.
So 4, I got 2 more. So
Okay.
number 4, I believe it matters who you surround yourself with. So they say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you stop and think about, who do I surround myself with? Some people like to be that big fish in a small pond, right? So when I joined that other brokerage and I thought I was going to learn some secret sauce, and it was a stepping stone to get me where I am at. I was one of the top producers, and I really found that I wasn't learning anything new. They were not going to teach me anything that I didn't already know. My life was not going to be any different in 1, 2, or 5 years. It was going to be more of the same. So, what I had to do was step out of that comfort zone and go, yeah, it's great to be the most knowledgeable person in the room, but then I'm not growing. So, what I did is when we opened up our office and our EXP office, and I started being in rooms with people that do 9 billion in real estate, that do 50 million or more a year, that do over 100 transactions. They have teams, and I started hearing what they were doing. It really pushed me to say, well, they can do it, I can do it. And I started learning what they were doing, how they got there. And I started opening up my mind to what's possible. Why do I have to think I just need to sell one more home a month? What if I can do something even grander, right? So they opened my mind to what I'm capable of doing. And that was really exciting. I didn't think, and every time I'm the biggest person in the room, I'll tell you, when I joined, I saw a room I wanted to be in. I'm like, I want to be in that room. And guess what I did? Whatever it took to get me in there. And I made it to that room. And now I'm like, yes. And I might be the smallest person and I might feel like, ooh, it's intimidating. But I learn, I take it all in, and then that's helped me get to the next level. And so number 5, I know that was long.
I know, I love that one. Actually, that's probably, I might
So
actually be one of
important.
my favorites.
Yes. And so the 5th one kind of ties into that. You should be in an environment that celebrates and supports you. So I believe that there's enough business for all of us to succeed. I don't believe that in order for me to succeed, you can't succeed or we're competition. When I changed my mindset on that piece by being in a bigger room and who I'm surrounding myself with, and they're helping me, I take what I learned from them and I go and help other agents, because when I can help them succeed, when they succeed, I succeed. So you should be in an environment that is excited about your win, that's going to be excited for you, that's going to help you get to the next level. And if you succeed more than me, if you're at a higher level than me, then God bless you. Let's have some fun together. I don't have to worry about the competition part. And so that to me has been a game changer in how I live my mindset every day, the opportunity, and enjoying what I'm doing.
And I think that says a lot when you enjoy what you do and you're enjoying helping others and it's feeding you full of good, positive energy. It just helps you have more energy to keep going on to the next task. And
Absolutely.
that's what a lot of people don't get when you're hearing negative and saying negative and being negative. That's how you're going to feel. And that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the reasons why I absolutely love the group that I work with and the team that we've created because we are always feeding into each other. And that positive environment is what we need more of in this world, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Listen, I still will have days that I have self doubt. Like, what am I doing? This is hard work. I could just, I could just, you know, take the easy road and just sell another home, right? But then the people I'm surrounding myself with are like, I'm like, okay, no, wait, I'm not done. No, I want to go here, and I'll share some knowledge, and I'll have an agent. We had an event where it's open to all agents, all brokerages. An agent that's not even with my brokerage, we're sharing how to win in competitive markets, how to win in multiple offer situations. So I'm sharing how I win, how I've learned to win out. So I could look at it as if I'm teaching all these people, they might win over me, but I don't look at it that way. Again, I'm sharing my knowledge. And she actually sent me a message back and said, Kim, I took your advice, I did that, and I won my offer. And that was the best feeling ever. So when you look at it that way and you're seeing that you're helping others, her client, I wasn't going after the house, and hey, we could come up against each other in competition, but I think there's a bigger picture. Like in the real estate community, you never know who's on the other side of the table of your offer. You want good relationships. You want people to know that when they work with you, it's going to be a smooth process. So building those relationships in the community, I think, is key. And I think a lot of times realtors don't think of it that way. Oh, they're in a different brokerage, you know. And I think when you open your mind up and think bigger, and you're positive, and the reward's much greater.
I agree with you. And I also think that there is a certain amount of reward that we get out of hearing that we do help somebody else. To me, that's a huge
Absolutely.
reward in itself, just knowing that it's helping.
Well, she fueled my inspiration for the day. So when I have those self doubts, or, I'm trying to share information, or I do a lot on social media, and sometimes I'm like, am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Sometimes it feels like I've got a lot to do today. And then I get a message like that, and I'm like, I'm right where I'm supposed to be, doing right what I'm supposed to be doing. And she fuels my inspiration to keep going. And I try to tell people that when you give back to me, and I helped you in some way, that keeps me going to continue to do that.
I agree. And actually, you started doing reels and a lot of information videos, and I absolutely love those. So I'm glad that you're continuing to step out of that comfort zone and do that because that's huge. And it's nice to get
Well,
to see different perspectives on how to do something.
well, and the thing is, do I like the way I sound? Do I like my, freckles and my wrinkles on my forehead? No, right? But we're always critical on ourselves, our voice, or that. But when you get over that and you're sharing, and people are like, oh my gosh, thank you for that perspective. Somebody else will tell me a perspective I never about it that way, and that helps me in in a number of different ways. So you got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And when I started doing that, I reach a much bigger audience, for business and helping other agents. So I will have people reach out to me, and I see on social media, it's amazing how people are connected. I helped this person, and this person said, oh my God, they told me their agent was awesome, but I didn't know it was you. And now I see it's you. And now I know why. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. They were just talking about their agent and didn't connect the name. And we know each other. So then they saw that. So there's another opportunity for when they need real estate, that they've had reinforcement that they can trust me and come to me. And, that's how you build that community.
And that's how it continues to build. And that's so true, because it's all about what you're doing and how you're doing it and getting that feedback that helps you to continue to grow. So I love that you continue to put yourself out there.
Well, and don't just say, hey, I'm a realtor, call me if you want to buy or sell. Make sure that you understand what your value proposition is and why they should call you. So you can share different information. You don't have to just say, here's a home, hey, I'm a realtor. They use you or they call you because they know, like, and trust you. So show ways that I support my community. Here's restaurants I go to. I support other businesses. I support other agents. I had a closing with a great agent on the other side, and my title and my lender. And that speaks to your character. And so when people see that, they get a feel for the type of person you are, right? And then they're like, that's the kind of person that I would want to help me when I'm ready to buy or sell.
And getting that good feedback, that is exactly what's continuing to build. And that goes back to your first one, where the consistency. If you don't have consistency and you're not continuously getting out there, nobody's going to know, because your feed from 3 weeks ago is not still going to be in the highlights. So you have to continuously put it out there.
Yeah, and as an agent, make sure you're using a CRM system where you're keeping in touch with your past clients and that consistent message, because most of my business now comes from past clients and referrals. So many agents don't touch that. So I always tell new agents starting out, I wish when I started, I had a CRM system and somebody told me, Kim, do this, because man, would that be powerful. So just make sure that you're keeping in touch with your past clients. Don't forget about them. They say that 80-something% of people would use their agent again, but only about 17% of people do, because they don't know how to reach them. Or they went online and to find real estate, and then they went on Zillow, and then somebody else connects with them.
There's always somebody else waiting, and that is it. You just have to stay at top of mind with that consistency, but also following up, because really we're in a people business, and those relationships we make, it doesn't matter if I'm working with another agent, title, or my client. I always put people first, because that's the business we're in.
Yeah. You put people first, the money will come, the business will come. You do it for the right reasons with people. Now it's even easy to connect with them social media. You see their kids, their family, you see their kids grow up. I saw today their first day of school, one of my clients, and her daughter's starting 7th grade. And when I first helped them, she was in elementary school. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're watching these families. That's pretty cool.
It's actually amazing. I just had the girl who, I can't even call her a girl anymore, babysat my children when they were little, now has her own family, and watched her get married. That is just so exciting to be able to see
Really is.
all of the changes. So I love connecting with people. I think that makes a huge difference, not only in my business, but in my daily life, because it does bring me joy to see other people enjoying life. If there's not any enjoyment in life, then why are we working so hard?
Yeah.
And that's one of my big things. You have to find your happy moments and what gives you that drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Celebrate those wins, see your clients, and don't forget to slow down and enjoy the moments, because that's why we do it.
It really is. And I have watched what you've done with one of your agents who's in the training program with me. And it is absolutely amazing to watch how much she has blossomed and all of the techniques that you have taught her. So I really look forward to seeing more, and I can't wait to talk with you again.
I appreciate you letting me join you and sharing. And I hope that if I helped in any way, just stay consistent, stay positive, and have fun.
Thank you, Kim. And until next time.